Some of the world's most creative inventions include modern medicine, artificial light, faster transportation, and others. However, humans have also created things that aren't always so beneficial. Weapons are one such example. Tanks, weapons, planes, all of them fall under this category. Today, most of the world's arms are held by responsible states and produced by states such as the US and Switzerland. But what happens when these weapons fall into the wrong hands? To accurately understand this issue, it must be defined into smaller bubbles to facilitate better understanding of the topic. Arms trade, violent non-state actors, and state sponsorship of terrorism. In 2018, the arms industry, according to BBC, was a thriving global industry. It was worth approximately $100 billion. Also in 2018, arms trade in the 5 years to 2018, 2012 to 2017, was 10% higher than 2008 to 2012. On average, the number of arms being sold are increasing. Arms trade is a growing business. And to have trade, there need to be buyers and sellers, producing state and purchasing states. Producing states are those who produce weapons and sell them on the global stage. Products being sold may include tanks, airplanes, missile defense systems, and other logistical assets such as transport planes. The key players here are US, China, Russia, Norway, and Israel. Purchasing states are those who buy arms from producing states. All products previously mentioned have extensive markets. The most common purchase included normal guns and assault rifles. The state with the largest number of imports included India, Saudi Arabia, UAE, and China. Violent non-state actors are those who do not belong to any country and use violence to often achieve their political goals. Their goals typically are to assert power over a particular region through the use of fear. They are often considered illegitimate as they do not operate within normal global politics. Chief among them are ISIS and Hezbollah. Finally, state sponsorship of terrorism. This refers to states willingly supporting terrorist groups and violent non-state actors through various means such as weapons, logistical supply, diplomatic support, and documentations. Key alleged supporters include Pakistan, Iran, and Saudi Arabia. How do all of these play together? Arms trade is a well-established industry and has no laws prohibiting it or restricting who producing states sell to. It is believed that the US became rich off its back of the massive arms trade during the Second World War. The trade of arms today is the most profitable industry out there. However, the purchasing states on the other side of the bargain often do not abide by various UN treaties and end up sending some of these weapons to violent non-state actors supporting terrorists in the meantime. This is the problem. States often seek to weaken other states to gain power. However, they do not want to enrage the international community. So, they fund terrorists with weapons to do the dirty work for them. This is also called proxy warfare. Weapons falling into the wrong hands lead to devastating consequences, as terrorists use them against innocent civilians. The Worldwide Threat Assessment for 2019 showed how over 22 million people in Yemen are in need of humanitarian assistance. Such high numbers are due to Iran's support of Houthi rebels in Yemen, leading to a bloody civil war. The only losers are people, says Dave Hardin, a US government official. Another conflict in the Middle East is Syria, where the role of terrorists has been great. Terrorists such as ISIS have caused a lot of death and harm to the country. A report by the US State Department shows how ISIS attacks have become more brutal and harder to trace. Further, states such as Saudi Arabia have been supporting other rebel groups in Syria in a bid to overthrow the government of Syria. Saudi has been arming them with weapons and other support forms. The illicit flow of weapons must stop now. How will you stop the illegal flow of weapons? How will you hold purchasing states accountable? How far will you go to save lives?